All right, good afternoon, Daniel. It is November 18. I don't really have to do this. I'm just. We're here at Cafe Baton, and to all those reviewing the recording, Daniel Tan is the president of the candy retail store Aji Ichiban. He is the eldest of the Tan family and my best friend. And today we are going to ask him about. Anyway, let's just hop into it.
Let's hop right into it. How are you, Ronan?
Doing well.
Did you get rained on, Nina?
I did. I had to change at home, man.
Storm, man.
I had to walk really fast.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, this is my umbrella. Crossing the street. Okay. Alright. So, can you describe a recent situation where operations didn't go smoothly? This could be any miscommunication, or delay in inventory, or whatnot. I feel like you're choosing among many.
I am choosing among many, yeah. Exactly, but
Damn.
yeah.
Ask for this in the side in case you wanted more chocolate.
It's exact. I mean, what the situation that happened that didn't go exactly as planned. There's a lot, but I think from the top of my head, I can think of would be how simple things where it comes to monitoring inventory, but it's not executed properly. So to give you a background on how our system works in the warehouse is, for example, we have 30 kilos of, it's called champoy. And 30 kilos of champoy needs to be repacked.
Yeah, into your packaging,
right? So every single pack is 130 grams.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we've always had this struggle before, was how do we make it so seamless and so efficient in converting that 30 kilos of raw grams, like cooking it, basically, producing it into something, into a pack. And that's when we came up with the system where we treated the warehouse as a store, and if he sold 30 kilos,
Yeah.
it's like he was making 100 burgers. So in order for him to make 100 burgers, he need 30 kilos. So if he just punches that on, like, let's say he's a cashier, he punches that 100 burgers, it will automatically subtract 30 kilos from the warehouse. Perfect. No inventory mishaps.
So as soon as it's packaged, he subtracts it from the...
It's the other way around. Right before production starts, he should make that. It's like, for example, I'm a Jollibee, and I make this order that, hey, I'm gonna have this. I want to order 100 Yum Burgers or 100 Yum Burgers. So I said, okay, order 100 packs of champoy, right? 100 packs of champoy. So I punch it on the POS, 100 packs of champoy, and it automatically will deduct 30 kilos from the inventory digital. And then we transfer right away that 30 kilos to production, and 30 kilos gets packed. But so that if that makes sense, if you understand it.
So what's the problem?
The problem is there's 30 divided by 30,000, 30 kilos, 30,000 grams.
30,000 grams.
One pack is 130 grams.
Okay.
If you divide that, that's 230 packs. 0.76, 77. 76, 7.
Okay. Okay. Nice. You divide with 100. How many packs? 100.
30,000 kilos divided by 130 grams.
130 grams equals around 200 something.
230 packs.
230 packs.
But then you will definitely have some left behind.
Yeah.
And that's where the tricky problem happens. Because
okay.
my team, pray for some. I've caught them setting it aside. They're like, okay, I'm gonna save it up. I'm gonna save it up. I said, why are they saving up? And later, they'll be like, when there's quite a lot already, they put it in their pocket and they bring it home. I've caught them.
But they do that with the extra. So the extra kiam white, they will
Collect it.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. And when it's big enough and no one's looking, they bring it home.
How much are you losing every 30 kilograms, for example?
There's every 30 kilograms, if we're looking at I would say at least 100 grams
Per batch.
that was before. Of course, we enforced CCTV and stricter. We had a whole crackdown sheet. For example, 30 kilos, okay? If you pack 130 packs, 230 packs, we know how much kilos you're gonna make.
Yeah.
There has to be a trail and says that how many grams were left behind. Okay, let's say, so there's a paper trail now. Yay, there's paper. Every time that we pack, I know there's 100 grams always extra that we can never use. So I say set aside that for free taste. For stores, how do we monitor that? So sometimes, okay, set aside for free taste, and it just goes missing.
Yeah.
Like, so I know there's 100 grams, so I was able to keep track, but it goes missing.
So they really get the entirety of what's left.
Yes.
Damn. It's how often do you have these batches? Like,
Well, they pack every day
100 grams a day?
on one kind. We have 50 kinds of plums. So
Okay, I see.
that's a security issue, which I've already am working on. But I think the main problem right now is what is the solution? And of course, I think the most simple one would be, put a guard on those people. But the thing is, even the guard could be in on it, right? People they're gonna start stealing. So another way is how to create a system that doesn't require free taste or doesn't require that little extra. Because they say, oh no, we have to set aside for free taste because stores always need free taste.
Yeah.
How do we create, like, do we have to rely on always the leftovers for free taste, or how am I supposed to create a ready stock of free taste? If I have ready packs to sell, I should have ready packs for free taste to send out as well. So
Okay.
that's one of the dilemmas that we're having right now.
Okay.
Stealing, pilferage.
So now we already know like who was identified in the situation and what were their roles. So it's the warehouse staff, the guards that are possibly in on it. If they're the problem, why don't you just find other staff? What do you think? Or maybe wait. Okay. Guess complaints revert. You answered the first 4 questions already.
Really, I did?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's great. That's great.
Hold on. Look at that bike.
This is hard because
Look at that bike, bro. Sorry.
electric wheelchair.
Okay, no?
Do you think this is a problem that affects your staff, or the problem is the staff? Because I think this research is supposed to be problems that affect staff in a way that it makes production slower.
Yes. I think one of the reasons right now is that I haven't created a very good system that addresses this situation. Because right now, let's say I've recently visited and no one's stealing anymore. And I think one of the reasons why no one is stealing is first that the people who've stolen have been fired. And the second thing is they're also kind of sick of tasting champoy.
Okay.
Because if you keep on seeing the same thing, it's not like a gummy bear. Let me tell you that. This one, it's like kind of gets sick of it, especially if you smell it every day. And plus, we changed completely the team. We've added total new security guards and a lot of CCTVs. And there's a complete every week audit checks there.
Does your dad do those things?
Yeah,
because that's his role.
That's his role.
The people.
Sneer, yeah. So, but I think it's also more of a. Your question is if is this something for the staff or it affects the staff, and I think it also has to do with how that system is not yet in place properly. What to do with leftover? There is no proper guidance on how to. What do you do with your left behind? Just a little bit of little crumbs. Let's say 100 grams is just crumbs. What do we do with that? Because don't get me wrong, when you open a bag of chips, there's always little crumbs at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Same thing when you open a bag of chapoy. There's always little crumbs at the bottom. What do they do with that? And what is the standard protocol for that? And I didn't set that up yet at the warehouse. Because for me, I felt like that there was not a very important, valuable, not important, sorry. I didn't think there's a very urgent thing to address at that moment. For me, the most important.
Every day you're losing kilograms.
Yes. So if you add it up, that's where it gets bad. So now that's why the more I looked at it, I said, okay, now it's really time to take action on that. So I think it's more of a system that has to be set in place.
Okay. Thank you. Possible. What are the main behaviors you notice from these staff during these situations? Whether they're the actual situation of them stealing or other times where they were confronted and showed resistance. And can you recall a moment when someone or at least tried to handle or address the situation? And how did that go? Or wala pa?
I've confronted them multiple times, and I was always faced with denial. But then I said, "Open your bag; it's there." Or if you empty your pockets, I'll see candy wrappers. When we pack candy, later I'm gonna find candy wrappers in your pockets. When definitely, where did it come from? We all know where it came from. Let's say you're putting White Rabbit into a plastic to go for online. You're repacking for online. Later, I'm walking around the warehouse during cleanup. I see the garbage bag is full of White Rabbit wrappers.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Oh, sir, the box when we open it is full of wrappers. How do you expect me to believe that? One, maybe. Oh, there's so many wrappers on the floor, meaning you guys are all eating while packing. I've confronted them. And they're all in denial. Some even pointed fingers, but this is the past. We all let them go already. And now when it comes to this, like the small packs, they say, "Oh, sir, we thought throw away na. That's why we keep it home." This is the most recent situations when they're like last 100 grams. Oh, we thought it's throw away na, because it's just crumbs.
Yeah.
So, and they will say, "Oh, because sir, whenever you have it, you also throw it away. Because it's just crumbs, it's powder already."
Yeah.
So that's one of the situations. So now, currently the staff are more honest. Like they know, they just have to say something, and then. So that's when I realized that they think if we're just gonna throw it away, then there has to be a system in place.
But it's usually our part, which is supposed to be of a solution. But I think because our subject is usually about culture, culture and forms of organization.
Yeah.
There's like a teamwork structure. There's like a hierarchy structure where there's strict, clustered structure. So I feel like there's many ways we could go about this. But it sounds like coming from you, um, um, establishing like who's, um, I feel like you guys got more strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely got strict. But
yeah, clear.
I think one thing that be in place is it doesn't seem like there's someone, you know how there's a supervisor or like a team leader.
That's also important.
I think that's very important, but I didn't set that up as well.
Okay.
But yeah, you brought it up when you said clusters and teams. I said you're right. Actually, that place is just okay. Here's the instruction: go pack. But then there's no one who's responsible, who's supposed to look out and make sure everyone's doing the right thing, right? I think
actually throughout my subject here, we tackled so much case studies of businesses like Jollibee or like Tapania. We like imagine you're in a meeting where you have to make you're the CEO or you're presidents, and you have to secure a deal, but you also have to be somewhere else. We are learning stuff like how to be decisive, how to be firm, how to make trade-offs, and communicate that with everyone else. Like, oh, I need to attend to this. We need to attend to this first before we can start. Anyway, that's just what we learned in this class.
Tell me more later.
I'll tell you more later. Okay. Quick, just make this quick. Like, what usually triggers their behavior to more inclined to steal, or is it the very lenient environment, or what do you think?
I think it was a very lenient environment before. Like, I wouldn't really get mad.
Yeah.
But now I've learned also to get mad like at people, and I think because that has become more involved. So I think it's more. I think because they see me, oh, he's just a kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, bata lang yan. Okay. Sige,
Depends though.
Si boss.
You gotta flip that turbo mode sometimes.
But they've seen me get mad. They've seen me flip a table. Because
really?
They've seen me flip a table.
Oh my god!
Because
oh my god!
I'm so angry at them because one time, this is kind of connected. For me, responsibility is something very important. When you accept or you claim responsibility for the action you did, I think that's a very strong trait, and I will be willing to give you a second chance compared to someone who say, I asked, who left this box of squid out in the open and repacking? And the next day, when everyone came to work, it was devoured by rats or cats.
So you think those who know how to acknowledge responsibility and acknowledge their mistakes deserve a second chance?
I believe so, compared to someone who says, "It's good. That wasn't me. And then in the end, it was them, right? Or pointing and blaming someone else. I think someone who owns up to their mistakes and accepts the consequences and says, I'm sorry and I will not do that again. And of course they have to change, but I think those people that own up to it are willing to change.
Okay.
But basically what happened was, I was talking about this, one time someone left the squid open and I really got mad and I flipped that table and I said, what are you guys thinking? Rushing to go home at 5 p.m. but then you guys didn't even finish or clean up, and then that whole box got eaten, which is worth like 100K, one box. I said that's all coming out of your salaries.
We're gonna have to do a poop test, investigate.
Yeah. So, sorry. Okay, let's go. Giorgio. Hey, what's up? Huh? Okay. So yeah, send picture. Check out.
Yun yan. Yeah, tama. Dahan-dahan lang ha. Thank you. Ano? Okay. No problem. Sige. Kulang yung delivery.
But so that was one thing I learned, and then they exactly see what happens when they go wrong. Like boss or not boss, when something is missing something, you got to own up to it and accept that they made a mistake.
That's good. That's really good.
And what I've seen from those people who do say sorry and accept responsibility, they have potentials to be a leader compared to people who are always blaming other people. I think one of the most important traits as a leader, because in my warehouse I'm always looking for leaders who can step up and take it to the next level and help lead the team. For example, our warehouse is pretty simple. There's a receiving, there's a dispatching, and there's a production. 3 simple things. But if I can have 3 different leaders on the site, that'll be very good.
Where does this happen? The dispatch, the receiving, or the production? This production, no?
Oh,
this whole
missing,
thing?
the missing thing? Yeah, it's production. And there's no leader right now there.
Okay. That's we're halfway there. Don't have to make your answers too long. Not that I don't appreciate it. Like,
Okay.
Okay. So there's no one that makes quick decisions when this problem arises because you're so busy with other things to directly address this, correct?
Yeah, right now, at this moment,
Okay.
this has not been.
Okay.
No one has quick enough.
Are staff clear about who to consult or inform when something goes wrong, or no one does anything about it because, well, to them it's not a big deal?
Sometimes they will inform me, and sometimes I'll find out 1 week later. I'll ask, so how did it go? And they're like, oh sir, we didn't finish it. I was like, why? Oh, because we didn't know what to do with this product. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, we forgot, or we thought we were busy, so we didn't do it. So there is times that the instances that this happens.
So they
do not tell.
Okay, so you're the ones that they inform.
Yes,
They
but
don't have a supervisor to report.
yeah. So for production,
I see, I
for
see.
production,
You want this?
you don't want it.
I think you should try it, no?
You want the last one?
That's fine. I like this.
Okay. See, I haven't tried this one. For
Yeah.
production, not yet. For RGel controls receiving and dispatch.
Wow, he's both.
Yeah, because receiving is not that big throughout the year. On Christmas, it's huge. Receiving on Christmas,
Yeah.
every day there's receiving. But mainly dispatch.
When he's overworked, who will help him?
Exactly. None. No one yet.
I'm guessing it would be you though.
Yeah, but if
or-
I'm not there, I can't help.
Okay.
So that's why I actually want to train. I want to train other people to help him.
Okay.
Someone more responsible, someone capable of being his right-hand guy. This is good.
Next time. I'll try to answer this, but what non-financial factors make it hard for staff to handle these situations effectively? So I'm gonna say lack of supervision, or
Non-financial.
no, that's just
Lack of
yeah.
supervision, I think. I really think like it's definitely not a black and white situation where it says it's their fault, definitely their fault. I think it's definitely their fault the moment when there's a system in place and that we already guided them and taught them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're trying to teach someone how to drive but there's no road, whose fault is it? So I think that's how it works. And right now there is somewhat a guideline I made, but I haven't painted the road. Like there's a dirt road, but it's not painted on.
Okay.
So I think that's something that I have to work on.
Okay.
So yeah, it's system or supervision.
How is feedback usually given back to staff about these mistakes and process issues, and how specific is it?
As much as possible, I want to be very specific with them, and I tell them that don't take this like with offense. This is something that is supposed to help you be better. This is how we all learn, by making mistakes. And for example, they say, "Oh, sir, sorry, we didn't know where to put this, so we left it here." Of course, I'm like, use common sense sometimes, but I said that these mistakes have to happen. That way, we don't let it ever happen again. And sure enough, like for example, that box of squid that they left open,
Yeah.
never again.
Never again. You give a warning.
I give a warning and then I suspend them. So, for example, one employee, he left it open. He's the last one that he's supposed to clean up. He left it open. 1 week suspended.
Really?
Because it would be, honestly, it's hard. I don't want to charge the employee like 100,000 for a box when their salary is only 18,000 a month. That's like 5-6 months to pay.
Grabe.
Plus, he has to pay for his family, food, school.
Yeah, they need them.
They need it. And so, I'm like, it's either we let you go or we suspend you or give you a warning. So there was a warning, and then he did something else, and so it's suspension.
Is he still in your team? Is that guy still in your team?
Yeah, because one thing that dad said is something else. That one has never stolen. He just makes mistakes. So I'm like, and my dad said,
I'm sure he's giving you a hard time.
he's giving me a hard time. I said, why don't you just remove it? Dad said, trust is the most expensive thing that money can't buy. Trust? I said, what do you mean trust? I said, even though he's not good, he can trust him. And true enough, he's the one who told me all about the ones who've been stealing.
Oh, okay.
Even though he's made his own mistakes, he's sometimes absent-minded. Like, and I think for me, of course, my dad's saying this, like, as you continue to grow, you can't always be looking at that little one ant who's working on his. You gotta like focus on the whole line, right? You can't be focusing on an ant who's like, let's say you're part of the you're on a helicopter and you're watching people marching. You can't be like focusing on one guy who's not marching straight. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta focus on everybody. So he's that one guy who's just like marching straight, but he will tell you when something's wrong, somebody's taking something. Like one time he said, "Sir, someone stole 3 rolls of tape."
So mistakes. It's just mistakes, but it's not malicious. Okay. All right.
What,
Last 3 questions.
Answer the question.
Yeah, we did. Two more. How do these situations affect the staff morale or teamwork within the workspace? Yeah, that one muna.
Was it specifically me getting angry or the missing?
Actually, I think you could mention yourself too, because you're part of the team. How would these situations affect staff morale?
I think for staff morale,
It goes up because they're eating your
they're
kiao.
eating, right? So they're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I would like to add that I allow music at work. I allow them to play any music that they want. Because I don't believe in the system where I believe in a system where your body has to move.
Yeah.
Your brain has to groove. When your brain is grooving, your body's moving. Or when your body's moving, your brain is grooving. So it's when people are like bouncing to like one direction. They play one direction in the warehouse. Everyone's basically our age at the warehouse.
Majority.
Yeah, majority. Argel is like 1 year older than me, and then everyone else is like our age. They listen to One Direction, they listen to Eminem, they listen to like Snoop Dogg, and then they're all just singing along. And I don't mind that. I because when you have a rhythm and you're moving, like at work, you're preparing, it helps you focus, I think. And I think it boosts morale. But the thing is, when somebody gets suspended, let's just say for right now, let's say someone gets suspended, they know it's no joke. They know suspension means no salary. Suspension means next step after suspension is fired. So of course, they got to be careful. And I think now, after multiple suspensions this year, because last year was 0 suspensions. Last year was only warning. So they thought, okay, it's pretty cool. This year has been really serious because we've been getting stricter and becoming more tight, more hands-on, more monitoring.
How?
With that POS, like I told you about.
So you said over monitoring those extra candies, huh?
Yeah, we're monitoring that. And why doesn't it line up? Right? So when that happens, I'm always looking into that. Okay, it's missing here, it's missing there. And when people do get suspended or warning, morale goes down. Don't get me wrong. No one wants to be suspended. No one wants their friend to have no salary to feed their kids tomorrow. But that's what happens. So even me, I don't like it when people make mistakes. But whenever people do the right thing, for example, we had 1 week where we crammed all the stores and we had emergency deliveries and we received the whole container. I treat them all to pizza, or I order like 2 buckets of Jollibee. Like those small things, I think also boosts morale. Okay. Instead of brings down, it boosts morale.
Okay, right, that's it. I think that's everything.
I'll add muna. One last is what I learned as well through the hard way is if you take care of your people, I think it says something. So whenever they make mistakes, I always I get mad at them, but I tell them in a way like I'm a dad, even though I'm a kid. But I tell them like I want you to do better.
Family.
Yeah, because I said we've made these mistakes before, and we're learning, and we want you to be better than what we did before. For example, like how do I explain? For example, we know that when you stack products, we know that do not stack above 4 boxes, because if you go above 4, the weight is too much. The product underneath will get squished out. Simple as that. And one time, someone did that. Put a 5th one on top. 30. That's 150 kilos.
Grab it.
I'm like, and then the one on the bottom, it crashed. I said,
Come on, guys.
come on, we already told you about that. So I think for me, it's like, I tell them, we want you to be better, don't make these mistakes. But sometimes they really have to make the mistakes to learn. So, yeah. So taking care of the people is like something for me, like really important.
That's the most return, I think.
Yeah. Because in a way, if the people are happy, working well, don't get me wrong, not stealing, but like working, they're happy to work, they feel that they're happy at their job, that their boss takes care of them. Like if they're sick, okay, sure, I understand you're sick, or the boss doesn't curse at them, I guess, or something. I've seen other people just curse.
Can't be a fear factor. There can't be any fear factor.
Yeah.
I mean, not too much.
But there has to be this level of respect that goes both ways. And so that's something that I've been working on to do. Especially at the... I think I can do this more at the store because the store is girls and guys. When it's guys and guys,
rowdy.
It's kind of rowdy. It kind of gets rough. And I'm like, come on, be better. And so, right, as of this moment, Dad... Oh, it's kind of like straying now. But
Yes.
basically, Dad hired somebody who is more Dad's old manager, who is more experienced in this field, and he can.
That was your problem before, human resources and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that what your dad's doing?
yeah. So Dad got someone to really look out, someone really focused on the warehouse. It's not Argel's fault. Don't get me wrong. Argel's our age, but he doesn't have that much experience to lead people, to guide people. I don't blame him because, of course, he's slowly learning, right?
Yeah.
But how can you learn if there's no one? If you're not watching anyone, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're driving. How can I learn to drive better if there's no one better in front of me? So just like that, Dad put a new manager in front.
Oh, what's the manager in charge of?
He's basically everything: production, dispatch, and receiving.
Really?
He's on top, and then he'll assign one small person. So say, Argel, you're receiving. I'll find someone in your team who can be in charge of production, and one person in charge of receiving. That way,
Curious question. Like, for someone with that much experience, is his salary high?
right now, Dad said we give him 40K
40.
a month. When an average person's salary is 18 to 20K.
Yeah? I think that's pretty good.
So,
Yeah. Internship. My friends who are in internship right now are earning like 25-ish to 28.
internship. It's
So
not a
like-
real job. They're not signed in yet.
Sorry. What do you call it? Entry real job. Entry real job.
Where?
Public relations. Yeah.
That's still totally different
It's
thing.
totally different. I'm just like curious now.
I mean, of course, because for public relations, it's also has a total different scope. But for this one's more industrial.
Yeah. Damn, bro. Okay, well, I think that should be it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
sir.
much, Daniel Tan. This is very insightful, very meaningful. Thanks for the wisdom. It's unbelievable at your age, you know this much, but we are all very grateful to learn from Aji Ichiban. Junior Operations Manager, Vice President Daniel Tan. Thank you very much.